Welcome to the checkout for the Premier League. Night 8. Andy and Corbin here. We're going to break down the 4 opening matches, talk about some props and bets, and we'll tell you about a 3-month special that we have going on. But if you could, hit the like button for us. It really helps us out. Leave us a comment. Even if you don't have a best bet, just say hi in the comment section. That helps the algorithm out. And subscribe to the YouTube channel for all your latest darts videos. And Corbin and I will be live on the Winning in the Shadows YouTube channel watching Premier League Night 8 on Thursday. Had a blast. Great live betting opportunity. You've been banging this drum for a while, Corbin, and I'm coming around that live lines and
At last.
yeah, it's truth. It's truth. The live lines have just been really, really good across multiple sports, and darts is
Yeah.
one of them. So join us on that live stream because you get those second round matches and the third round, and the lines come out. You only got like 5-10 minutes to put them in. So we're there for you. All right, let's talk about night 8. We'll start with the first one: Littler versus Bunting. Because we live in an upside down, crazy world, this would not surprise me in the slightest if Littler screws around and Bunting finally gets his first win of the season. Plus 400. I don't know. I can't do it. He's been awful. And now he faces Littler. I feel like Littler could play bad and still win 6-4, something like that. So, any takes on this one?
I think Littler cruises. I said after last week, I said if Bunting couldn't find a way, I would be off that train completely, and I'm firmly off it. But as you said, it would make no sense. But it wouldn't shock me if he just comes through and just finds a way. That being said, I have put Luke Littler in some parlays because until I see differently, I'm gonna have to just keep playing against Bunting now. What worries me is that he says that his walk on still affects him, and I'm like, is that just an excuse at this point?
Is
Because
walk on? Or
no, like that's what he says, but I'm like, this isn't new. Like this is how he got to this stage. Was he did the whole TikToks and make himself famous and like the let's go Bunting mental and his like walk on. That's how firstly he rose to fame. That's how he's in this tournament. But he's also had this walk on for like over a year. Like he had this at the World Championships and made it to like the quarters or the semis. Like this isn't new. So I
now
don't
I want to
know.
bet against him even more.
That's why I'm like even Luke Humphreys was like, oh, I was giving him advice that once he's done that bit to just calm himself down and stop getting so emotional. And I'm like, but this isn't new. It's not like this really shouldn't be this big of an issue. Littler's averaging 100 plus every game. Nothing more to say. The bad thing is I kind of still do like Bunting over 95.5. I played it last week and I was kind of under that impression that I was going to play it every game for the foreseeable future. It might be one that I bet myself. I haven't decided yet. He's gone way over this in the 3 head-to-heads they've had this year. I think he had a 99.5 and then the other two were 100 plus. So last week the doubles is what really killed him. He was 2 of 17. That ruins his average. He's just not going to get that many attempts this week to ruin his average. So yeah, it's probably Littler. It's probably Littler most 180s and highest checkout treble at plus money again. I would imagine.
That's exactly what I
I
was
just
looking at.
just play it every game, and then Bunting over his average are the 3 things that I'm considering. So
I mean, like it's just like with Littler, you're getting a discount on the match winner because he's always going to be the favorite, especially against someone like Bunting. He's going to get the most 180s, especially against someone like Bunting. And then
yeah,
like highest checkout, if he wins, there's a chance Bunting only has 2 checkouts.
exactly.
So
Which is you're comparing 6 checkouts to 2.
yeah,
So just by
yeah,
law of averages, you would expect him to be higher. But again, quickly on the highest average. Highest average is probably the one with the most variance. Like it's not that shocking for like Bunting could win one leg and it'd be 100 plus checkout because that's all he's going to have chance to do. But again, we say it. Littler leaves himself on 100 plus checkouts all the time. So that's kind of what leads to that. I think it hit every game last week, if I
yeah,
remember.
yeah. It was
Win
a cash
most
cow.
180s and highest checkout, all at plus money. So you play them back to back to back, and suddenly that looks very good for the bankroll. So.
Great bank, yeah. So some of these plays, like the Bunting average, this is you just have to commit to it every week. If you're going to play it, you just have to commit to it. We talk about this with
Yeah,
props all the time. Like like, yeah, it's nice to hit one of them, but you're looking to try and hit this in like 5 out of 6 times that you play it, or try and go 6-2. So if you're playing Bunting this week over his average, which I agree with your analysis, there's a chance that he just doesn't get very many checkout opportunities to lower
Yeah,
that average. You just commit to it and you say, I'm playing it every week. Playing it every week.
yeah.
So I think the same can be said for this match winner, highest checkout and most 180s. I mean, plus money is just it's too good to pass up. So
Again, you literally go 50-50 and you make money with that prop.
they were like plus 170. There was one he was plus 170
Yeah,
last week.
exactly,
So
exactly.
all right, let's get to some game.
The only one I wouldn't play it against is someone like a Humphreys or something when he's firing. That's the only one. Like again, you look at the board. Bunting, I'd expect him to have more. Price, unless he's in blistering form, more. Cross, easy. Humphreys, questionable. Doby, easy. Van Gogh, depends what mood he's in, and Aspinall should be easy as well.
I'm
So
with you. I'm with
yeah,
you. So I forgot to start off with the Luke Darley. By the way, this thing's dead.
that's in play. That's in play this week, though. I would definitely consider the Luke Darley this week. I don't know what the
Oh
price is, but
man, we'll look at it. But like always, the over 7.5 alt games. Darley comes through with another win. Only night 2 is a loser on that one. So, but yeah, the Luke Darley has been a drain on the bankroll this week. So, let's do Gerwin Price and Rob Cross first. Price minus 150. Cross has been besides Littler, is Cross one of the more entertaining guys this year? You have no idea what to, what to like.
I've literally
Watching
just
him?
wrote. I have no idea which version of either is going to turn up here. Like it's just overs. That's the only thing. Again, the only other thing is 180s. I was going to go for the total 180s. I can't.
Yeah, five
What
and a
is it? I
half.
can't.
Five
If
and a half.
I could sprinkle the under 5.5 here. In the head-to-heads, they've played twice this year, 4 and 3 180s combined. They're just the thing is, neither of them is going to push the other one on the 180s counter here. They're kind of both going to plod along, I think, here. Cross so many times deviates from the treble 20, and Price is hit and miss. Price is the one that I could see getting 3, and like Cross getting 2. So
The other thing was that Corbin and I noticed last week, and Corbin's been watching darts for way longer than I have. Have we ever seen that many people go after the treble 18?
never.
What
I
was
don't.
that last week?
Yeah, I have no idea. They just right off the bat. Sometimes they were
It was
going for
first
it. So
darts sometimes, and
which definitely helps this under 180s if
that's what I'm
that's what they
thinking.
do. So.
Some of these 180s were like they're not even trying
I don't
for the
remember
180.
many times where 3 of the lines were 5.5.
Me
Like
neither.
they're normally like 6.5 at least. So yeah,
Yeah, very very strange last week. So I don't know. We'll monitor it this week and see. But
yeah.
it wasn't just one. What was weird is it wasn't just one person. It was
No,
like
it was literally just a collective kind of.
I was like, is the
It's like they put a
dartboard wrong?
jackpot.
Is the treble 18 bigger this week?
They've slightly extended the treble 18 by a millimeter.
It's
No, it
really
was
really
wild.
strange. So that's something to kind of keep in the back of your head. Less than 90. So the averages are Price 96.5 and Cross 97.5. I don't know. Not much
Yeah.
to do with that. I did notice something here, Corbin, but we really don't look at the bullseye finishes. But
Yeah.
I looked them up. Price is horrific at bull. He's like 14% career when
Oh
he
my
has
god.
when he has a Bulls finish.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was something I was kind of interested in because I was looking at him and I was like, total bullseye finishes. You don't see him very often. I wonder if there's some value in
No,
the under.
you really don't.
No,
And even if they're on a bullseye, for them to hit it is another thing.
yeah.
So
And somehow we lost on a cross bullseye.
170, yeah.
Yes, finished
Wild.
last week. So I don't know. There was something kind of interesting about that. Just go back and seeing that 14% on on
Yeah.
Gerwin Price on the Bulls finishes. I don't know. Maybe it's a parlay piece. All right, let's go to Luke Humphreys. So if you're going to try the Luke Darley minus 161, I feel like Hollywood Doby's upside is not there It's not been there the last couple weeks. Like he was one of those guys where at least at the beginning of the year it was like, well, man, he could rip some 180s like right off the, all of a sudden he's looking at a 9 dart or something, he's way ahead. But Dobie's been pretty blah and pretty disappointing recently. So I mean, minus 2.5, that seems like pretty big. But then again, I'm not playing plus 2.5 on Dobie. So what's your take on Humphreys and Dobie?
Yeah, I think Humphreys wins. My one concern was that he got absolutely slaughtered in the game against Aspinall in the Euro contest just gone. He lost 6-1. That's very unlike him. It's probably a bounce back spot. My only other concern is the event is in Newcastle, which is Dobie's home tournament, home city. The crowd is going to be fully behind him. I lean to playing Humphreys money line with something, probably is Littler, and then maybe a 7.5 just to bring the juice down. I'm not sure I want to lay minus 160 at the minute on a darts play. The only other play, again, this is one that is only on certain books. You can get Dobie's 180 handicap. You can get plus a half. So it's basically him to have more or the same as. It's minus 180, but in their two head-to-heads, Dobie's had 5 to Humphreys 3, and then they've had 2 each. Humphreys really isn't as big a 180 hitter as you would expect. Dobie can easily turn it on, especially in a home tournament in Newcastle like this. I could definitely play them minus 180 with something. So that's the only thing I really have.
Speaking of playing in your hometowns, has Gerwin Price woke up yet? Because
No, I think he's still asleep.
Still asleep. That was so weird. So we'll see if Dobie can actually pull his head out of his you know what. Total 180s, 5.5. You're right, man. Humphreys doesn't. What is this, 3-2, and you're still going on the under?
Yeah, I'm not sure I would play the under 5.5, just because. Again, if Dobie lights it up, he could easily get 3, 4, 5, and then Humphreys could get 2 or 3, and then suddenly you're like that total is quite low. So yeah, I would only go the handicap route if you have it. So
the average is 94.5 on Dobie, and Humphreys is at 100. Anything on the averages or nothing?
Can't touch them.
All right, moving on to the last match, Michael Van Gerwen and Nathan Aspinall. We did mention that we have a special that is up, and the special is a 3-month special. So Corbin, I got to give Corbin credit on this one. He went back and looked. In the last 17 months of our official plays that have gone out to clients, last 17 months, 14 of them have been profitable. That is a streak that is really, really tough to duplicate. And there are not many people that can deliver those kind of results. I promise you. It went back to November of 2023. So that is not a small sample size. So we're running a 3-month special, 30% off. You get 3 months of all of our plays for only $5.97. This is an instant 30% discount. We're up 65 units this year. We were up 127 last year, and we were up 93 the year before that. So we got short term, we got long term, and this gets you all of our plays. Every single one of the plays that we bet with our own money. It is the IPL season. Cricket department is in full swing. We've got plays almost every single day in there. Yeah. So you get NBA, you get NHL, you get our darts, you get our cricket, you get our lacrosse, you get our UFC, and that includes our 5% UFC best bet that is up. So right there's a $35 play that you just get included for 3 months. So take advantage of that. These are plays that we bet with our own money. We treat our bankrolls like a business. Jump on board a 3-month special. Warm weather and hotter bankrolls, baby. Love it. Love it. Weather's warming up where I live, and the bankrolls are just.
I'm not sure I can say my weather is warming up.
Well, we can't all have the best of the weather. So take advantage of that though. WT.buzz/AL. That's going to be good for just a couple days. All right, let's take a look at Michael Van Gerwen and Aspinall. Signs of life from Van Gerwen, maybe a little bit. I mean, maybe.
Yeah. Again, this is another one. I really don't know what is going to happen. Either guy could win, and I would not be shocked in the slightest. Van Gerwen played well last week. Aspinall's obviously coming off that great run in the Euro Tour that I mentioned. Again, who knows really what version of either is going to show up? And you know what that means? Straight to the overs. It's probably my favorite over on the board. Over 7.5, 8.5, even 9.5.
I like the 9.5 too. Absolutely with this one. That's
probably the only route I could take. So
Okay. We'll take a look at the 180s, but probably not a whole lot you're doing with this one.
I will say Van Goen's got better at the 180s. There was that little three week to a month stretch where you could get unders on MVG's 180s, but he's been having 3 4s and 5s recently. So if it is it still a
It's 2.5 and minus
two and a half
135.
almost wants me to play the over. Like it's like an overcorrection now. Yeah, I kind of like that. But again, I'd stick to the overs more than that. So.
All right, and we'll take a look at the averages. 94.5 for Aspinall, 97.5 for Van Gerwen. Those
94.5 sounds ridiculously low.
it's pretty
Like again,
low.
I'm just doing it off the top of my head. I was gonna quickly look it up. Like Aspinall at the weekend was averaging 98, 98, 106,
Wow.
100, 88. That's what you get with Aspinall. He'll just randomly throw in the 88, and then in the head to head when they played, it was a few weeks ago, Van Goen won 6-4. Van Goen had a 95 average and Aspinall an 89. So,
Oof.
like, yeah.
Oof.
Again, that's why you take the overs as opposed to an average or 180s this week, because Aspinall can play in the mid 80s and still somehow win at least 2 or 3 legs.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. Absolutely. You know, I love the
yeah.
over. So, all right, that's going to do it for Corbin and I on this edition of the Checkout. Again, we're on the Winning in the Shadows YouTube channel, watching all the darts live. We'll have all your live bets. And of course, we have the yelling and screaming of the 180s, which I'm now addicted to. So hit the like button, guys. Subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to join us in our free Discord. I will put a link in the comment section so everyone can join there. We got some really good spreadsheets that are free to use for everybody. That's going to do it for us. Hope to see everyone tomorrow on the live stream. Good luck in your place, and we'll see everyone later.
Good luck.